What is up? So if you want to make an extra $100 every single day in passive income, I'm going to break down step by step what I did to get to the point where I make $100 a day in passive income. That is right. In 2020, I averaged over $100 a day in passive income, which added up to be around $37,000 for 2020 in passive income. 2021 is actually off to a better start, and I'm averaging right around $140 a day in passive income. So let's break it down. I will take you step by step on how you, starting from zero, because I was there just 3 years ago. I was starting from zero. How you can start from zero and get up to making $100 a day in passive income, and it's a lot easier than you think it is. Now, if I keep up my average that I'm going at right now, getting $140 a day in passive income for 2021, by the end of the year, I will have made an extra $51,000, which is awesome. It is honestly a bit mind-blowing. It kind of blows my mind that it's gotten to this point, and I'm super excited, and I'm definitely not complacent. I want to keep growing that passive income and keep investing. I'm very excited for the future. Now, I don't say any of this to brag or to say that I'm super cool or super smart. Honestly, I'm just an average dude that ended up making some really smart decisions, and it's blessed my life tremendously. And I want to be able to pass that forward to people out there so they can go out and get that same freedom that comes from passive income, because that's really what retirement is, right? Retirement is having enough passive income for an active lifestyle that you don't have to have active work. Now, I still work as a CPA, as an accountant, but my goal is to have enough passive income to replace my active income so that I can just spend time with my family, be able to do the things that I love. And honestly, my passive income is kind of my passion. It's real estate. We're gonna jump into that in just a minute. So I hope you find this video useful. I hope you find it helpful and motivational. And if you do, please hit that subscribe button. I am trying to get to 100,000 subscribers by the end of 2021, and that is a huge feat, so it would mean a lot to me if you did me a favor and hit that subscribe button. All right, as a quick caveat, everybody's different. Everybody can take different roads to be able to get that passive income that they want. You may be able to even just go and invest in Dogecoin as it rockets to the moon, hopefully hitting $1 soon, because I think it is going that way. Yes, I own some Dogecoin, but my biggest passive income streams are real estate. And it all started with me buying a house that was a little bit at the top end of my budget, but I knew going in that real estate would be a good investment. 2 years after buying that house, I was able to sell it for a good gain and go and purchase another house. And this is the house that started it all. This is the house that I house hacked. All right, if you don't know what house hacking is, it's really, really simple. It's actually just finding a house that has a rental opportunity built into it so that you can have somebody else live in the house that you are also living in, like a duplex or a house with a studio apartment, and they will actually pay your mortgage or at least a huge chunk of it for you. So this is what my wife and I did. We bought a house and it had a studio apartment in a shop with it, and we actually converted it to an Airbnb. And right now during busy season, because I live in a very touristy town with national parks around it, right now during busy season, I'm hitting $70 a day just off of that Airbnb. And it is awesome. It is a huge blessing, and it is the perfect way to house hack. Now, if I could go back 10 years, man, I would have house hacked right from the beginning, because I went to college, I went through a master's program. I spent a lot of years paying other people rent. Now, if I would have just bought a house in those college towns that I was living in and had roommates with me and house hacked, because they would end up paying me rent and I could pay my mortgage. I had a buddy who did this and I actually was the one paying him rent. I should have followed his example and done it for myself, because a rental house in a college town is always going to have renters. They're going to have built-in rentals. So if you are me 10 years ago and you were going to college, do yourself a favor and find a house that you can house hack. Not doing that earlier is the biggest financial regret that I've had in my entire life. Not only with house hacking do you get passive income from people renting out your house or the apartment or the duplex side that you're renting out, but you also have the appreciation of the housing market, which is insane right now. Housing costs are just through the roof, and so you'd be able to capitalize on all of that. Like if I would have done this 10 years ago, I probably could have got a house for like $150,000, and it would probably be well over $400,000 today because the housing market has gone crazy. The thing that I love about house hacking is it is probably the lowest barrier entry way to get started in real estate, because you only have to come with one down payment. Now, if you were going to try and buy a house that you were going to live in plus a rental property, you'd have to come up with a whole nother down payment and go through all the financing. But when you house hack, you can just lump it into one deal, and you don't have to have as much capital, and you can go to a lender and say, hey, I'm going to rent out the second half of this duplex, and that's going to help me pay for this, and you're going to be able to qualify for those loans. So I love the simplicity and the ease in starting out of being a landlord when you live right on site, when you have that rental property right with you. All right, step number 2, this just is finance to a T. You have to be crazy freaking frugal. Like, do not, under any circumstances, spend your profits. Don't have lifestyle creep. Do not allow yourself to become lackadaisical with your finances and take that money and go spend it on crap that you don't need. If you want to have passive income enough to support an active lifestyle and retire early, you have to save those profits and go invest in another property. And that is what I did. My wife and I were crazy frugal. We took all of the profits from our Airbnb and we took that and bought a long-term rental property. Now, right now, you may be saying, well, crap, the real estate market is just insane. It's crazy competitive. And I feel you. I have been looking for a long-term rental for a long time to try and expand and buy more. So you have to be checking the internet constantly. Look for those opportunities. Find a good real estate agent that you're friends with. They can help you find off-market deals so that you can go and invest in real estate. But you have to be super, super attentive. Keep all of those profits so that when an opportunity does arise, you can jump on it as quickly as possible. So starting with my Airbnb, jumping over to a long-term rental, then I ended up buying a house that I was going to move into, and I kept my old house, the one with the Airbnb, and I started renting out that house as well. So I am getting $70 a day from the Airbnb. I am getting about $40 a day from one of the long-term rentals and $50 a day from the other one, adding up to well over $100 a day in passive income. Now the Airbnb is cyclical, so I do not have that every single day, but pretty much from March 1st until the end of October, because of travel season and the national parks that I live near, I'm pretty much booked out like 95% of the time, which is great cash flow. So all of this just started with house hacking, so it's really not that far out of reach for everybody. You can do it just as much as I can. 3 years ago, I bought a house to house hack, and now I'm making, if I keep it up, $50,000 in passive income in a single year, which is awesome. I am super pumped about, and I hope this video gives you motivation to go out, find that niche, find that way to make passive income, save all of your profits, and keep going. Now, if you're thinking, well, Greg, I don't have enough money for a down payment, I encourage you to go to your finances, look at them meticulously, and stop spending money on stupid crap, because we all do it. We all have those things that we spend money on that is completely useless, and you can actually take that money and go and invest it and start your road to passive income. All right, now if you're curious about long-term versus short-term rentals, that is the next video I'm gonna pump out. So I'm gonna go over the pros and cons to both, because I have both and I'm doing it every single day. So if you're interested in that, hit that subscribe button. We'll catch you guys next time.